If you remember, we showed the clip of Jamie Dimon on a private call or Zoom or recording conference call, whatever it was, talking about working from home. In this setting here, guys, this is wild. He's being asked a question of working from home. Somebody from the crowd asks, and his response, if this is the clip I think it is, his response is magical. Go ahead, Rob.
Stanford University.
You have a free market. You can do one thing, I can do another. That's what's called a free market. If you work in a restaurant, you got to be in. You all may not know this, but 60% of Americans work the whole time. Where did you get your Amazon packages from? Your beef, your meat, your vodka. Where did you get the diapers from? Where do you got UPS and FedEx and manufacturers and agriculture and hospitals and cities and schools and nurses and sanitation and firemen and military. They all worked. It's only this people in the middle who complain a lot about it. I'm being quite serious. And you go to Washington, D.C. now, some of these people come in 5 days a month, and you're paying for it. But the other thing, here's why it doesn't work in our business. So it may very well work in certain things. The amount for the younger people being left behind, I've known this for a while. We can prove a little bit of it, and that is cumulative. It's not like the first month you're working. It's by the second year you have less people, you're put on less assignments, you know less what's going on, you have less conversations at the water cooler or in the cafeteria, so it's leaving them behind. I won't do that. And to have the younger people coming in but not their bosses, I have a problem with that too. And then people say to me always, well, it works for me. But actually, we were on a Zoom yesterday, and people were saying it works for me. I said, yeah, but people are reading their mail and getting their notifications. And as I was talking, there were 12 people in the room and 4 people on the screen, and all 4 people on the screen were on their phone. And people say, and you think you're focusing and learning? And then as a management tool, when we meet in the morning, we talk, we have these debates all day long. We're talking, hey, no, I checked on that you're right about that. Here's what I think we should do. All day long. Constant update, constant share of information. So I tell you, it doesn't work in our business. And for culture, you talk about culture, it's impossible to do culture that way. And so, for us, we've made a decision. And that's why I explained it to him in a lot of detail and stuff like that.
Tall for this. Tom, thoughts?
Well, first of all, to the little pissant who probably has his daddy's wallet in his pocket. Yep, there's the audience.
Pissant.
Yeah,
is he the one asking the question?
There he is.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
cut that out.
It's
If you want
Harold.
me to play it,
That right there is Harold Pissant. Right.
No, but play the question, Rob. Play the question.
I've admittedly listened to the leaked audio clip that was circulating on Twitter about your strong opinions about working from home or remote work. And I think many of us, as we think about the next steps in our career and thinking about going to places that are 5 days in person or remote work, or industries like investment banking where it's always been hybrid, 5 days in the office and 2 days at home. Would love to just hear some of your thoughts or guidance or advice on how we should think about these topics.
Yeah, so I do.
Playing gotcha with him. Chuckle, 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 right? So here's what I think. Jamie Dimon has a smile there, and he's basically dealing with neophytes. And rather than just cut them off at the knees, which he could have done, he just lays out facts. Did you know 60% of the people were still working? That's how you get your Amazon packages, your cops, your firemen, your military, and all this. And I think Jamie Dimon is not doubling down on his position. He's reinforcing his position. And you see this is tomorrow's leaders. Do you see how they were looking at that guy and they were kind of smirking, like they were glad he was asking the question and everything? That little pissant, that's exactly the people who's not going to get hired. And what is Jamie talking about? These are a bunch of entitled kids who went to private schools and are now at Stanford. It says, and Jamie's talking about, how are you going to have culture? How are you going to develop? How are you going to, you can't do that working from home. And these people don't see it because they've walked this line. Most of these people, I would say 90% of these people, have walked a line of entitlement, of things that have been given to them and they've been at private school. They haven't been in a situation where they have to work, they have to develop, they have to push. And look at all the smirks and look at all that there. At the question, oh, he's going to go after the big guy. Look at this. It makes me sick. It really makes me sick.
But you know what's great about this? So imagine if you're a parent of one of those kids out there and you actually have influence over your kids and they call you for advice and you're trying to tell them how to be competitive. Well, you know how awesome of an opportunity this is for the other kids? You know how great of an opportunity that is for the other kids? And say, look, hey, guess what? You go work for a company, never ask to work from home. Be there. Be as present as possible. Show your face. Work hard. Come early. Leave late. Be the leader. Be the example. have the debate, have the discussion, set the example. You're going to have many opportunities that come your way. Because if you're sitting there at the office, it's like, you know what, man, we need somebody to go. Let me tell you how many times it's as simple as this. Hey, can you grab John to come over here? Oh, he's not here for the day. Oh, shoot. Okay, then just grab Larry. Let's bring him in. Larry gets the opportunity.
No.
Just because he's there,
Yep.
he gets the opportunity over John. You're like, hey, come on, let's have a conversation with you. I love that he's doubling down on this. 4 years ago, that was known as controversial. 4 years ago, given a message like that, he would have been seen as a terrible leader that lacks understanding and empathy for the youth. Today, he's doubling down and he's being loud about it. And I'm fully supportive of it. Adam?
I'm actually totally okay with people working remote or working from home if they've been in the business for over a decade and they've actually been around the business for a long time. And if you're commission-based, your bonus depends on...
That's a different story, then.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you're a college kid just graduating, buddy, the last thing you need to be doing is working from home and working remote. So you need mentors, you need leadership, you need to be around the office, you need to be around your like-minded individuals. What do they say? That culture beats strategy for breakfast any single day. Our friend Mario Aguilar always says that. So no strategy will compensate for poor culture. If you're not in the office and if you're not part of the team, Pat always says more is caught than taught. Sometimes you got to be around it. You got to see Tom with the Tommy Bahama shirt. Mm-hmm. You got to see Vinny singing Jodeci.
By the way,
you got to see Pat.
That could cause
not
people
like
to work
an onion.
from home.
That's what about.
That's my only caveat. I will defend the work from home community.
Yeah.
You see too much Tommy Bahama stuff.
But we're only here in Key Biscayne at Adam's grandma's house for a couple of days.
It's a very different story.
You've said it before, whether it's Lincoln on leadership, whether it's more is caught than taught. During COVID, we were in Dallas working every single day.
Yes. And by the way, for some of you guys that don't know, we're out of town. This is a different set we're using. If you are on our Connect Circle, private Connect Circle, where everybody gets to communicate throughout the day and the notes that we're sharing with you is there, you would have an idea where we are today, that this is not our permanent set. This is a temporary set, folks. We'll be back to our old set here soon.
Set.
As much as Tom loves the new set here, we are eventually going to go back to the other set here very, very soon. If you drink a lot of coffee, if you drink Arnold Palmer, if you drink hot tea, guess what's officially in? By the way, on the side, Tom may be one of the biggest Yeti fans in the world. So finally, we've been working on this for about 9 months. The Yeti Valuetainment, what do you call these things? Collection is here.
Sick.
Future looks bright. Valuetainment logo on the side. White one, black one. Let me see the white one here. That's pretty sick.
I think that one's a big one.
The white one here with Valuetainment, future looks bright. Just so you know, this is a very limited supply we're doing. This is not 1,000 of these. We got 100 of them. You want them? Go place the order. We may or may not do many more of these, but you will be one of the first ever to have Valuetainment Yeti, especially for those that are using these a lot. Now you can put it at your office while your staff, your team, your family is coming to you. In the front of it says future looks bright. And on the back of it, Valuetainment logo. So go place your order, whether it's the white one, the red one, or the black one. Go to vtmerch.com. Place your order for the Yetis before these sell out. They are the best of the best in what they do. And now you can have the best of the best with Future Looks Bright on it. We have a goal of having 1 million people sporting the Future Looks Bright gear around the world. Right now, we're on the 150,000 number. We got 850 more to go. We want 1 million people around the world saying Future Looks Bright. I love hearing stories when people say, I was just in Cabo. I'm poolside and I see these 3 kids showing up. They all got the Future Looks Bright hat. I'm like, how'd you get this? Well, we watched the podcast. It's a great thing when that happens. Go place your order at vtmerch.com. Limited supplies. We'll see if you like it. Maybe we'll bring different ones in the future. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.